a good song, man.
It's actually a pretty good song. I like it.
Welcome to the 13th, right?
Yes.
13th episode. And I have to say, I got to start this episode off by saying it's finally happened, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the deal?
I got Kevin back into Overwatch.
Dude, it's actually gotten bad. I legitimately texted him today, or I don't know if it's
You've
today.
been texting me for like a week.
No, but I texted you one day specifically, and the message was like, quote, like, I'm actually enjoying Overwatch.
He did send me that. I can confirm.
And then we played today, and it made me regret sending that text message. It's been fun, but anyway, we'll talk about that later, because I'd be down to talk about some Overwatch. Nice.
All right, well, we've got some good topics to talk about today. We'll go over Take-Two. They had their earnings report. Talk a little bit about Sony, not too much. And then I've just got a mixture of articles, and some new games have come out. Gorn came out.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of hype with Gorn.
Iron Man VR demo is out. It came out today, so I haven't downloaded it yet.
And then, I just wanted to talk about like a couple new games that had also come out as well. Mojang's rebranding to Mojang Studios and what that could potentially mean. And then talk about some of the games that we've been playing, and specifically like a genre of like choice-based games, and kind of get into like, what makes those games good? What are some good ones? Like how I think that's like a kind of a slept-on genre, but we'll tackle that later. And then, of course, pissed off moment of the week, which at this point, it's just Overwatch. Let's just call that the Overwatch segment of the week.
I mean, why not?
It's literally all it is. After Halo, which I don't even fucking play anymore, it's just going to be Overwatch.
Good deal.
I'll play Halo when it's working again, so in like 3 years.
4 years.
Yeah, probably.
Hell yeah.
Infinite, though. Nice. So, do you want to just get the business bullshit out first?
I will, but before I do that, before I forget, I want to announce that per our guest last time, I did purchase.
Oh yeah, good topic.
Mechanic Simulator 2018
Car
off
Mechanic
Steam.
Simulator, right?
Car Mechanic Simulator.
Not the train one.
Yeah, Car Mechanic. And I haven't booted it up yet, but it was on sale for half price. So I went ahead and picked it up. I'm going to play it this weekend. I'm excited about it. And I even messaged our guest, and I was like, hey, cars are not something I have much, skill in. I can do really basic stuff. But it's just something that I'm interested in. I'd like to learn some skills through a video game. I was like, hey, is this going to teach me the basics? And he was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I think on PS Plus, I think Farming Simulator is the free game on PS Plus also.
I think we should try it. I bet is there a co-op mode? Get in there and just shit on each other's crops?
If there is, I'm so down. I honestly might download it just because, it's free. What harm is that going to do? I can just
at least put it in the library.
Exactly, yeah. I'd be curious to hear your follow-up to Car Mechanic Simulator.
Yeah, by next time I'll have tried it out and I can report back.
Hell yeah. It's badass. Anyway, so
yeah, we can just go through Take-Two real quick. Take-Two had their earnings call.
I'm assuming I don't know it. I didn't look at it. I'm assuming they did good, obviously, right?
So it was interesting. It was overall they did really well. Obviously, with the other game companies, they beat all their estimates. For example,
so that's good, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And their stock price through this quarter for them was up. I think don't quote me, 18 or 19%.
Damn.
So when their earnings came out, though, their stock price actually went down about 3 or 4 or 5%.
I think we've talked about this before. How like when earnings are good, stock drops.
Yeah, well, and the rationale for that in this situation was that because over quarter one they've done so well that the stock price has already factored in quarter one, like how they've done. And so the earnings report, they were like, yeah, we already know that kind of thing. And
isn't that kind of like insider stuff or like the?
What do you mean? No. So by that, I mean that like the company's still giving kind of updates on like how they're doing and whatnot. Okay. And so it was just a general market consensus that this area or this sector of the economy is going to do well. So they benefited from that.
Okay. I thought you meant like people are like, yeah, they're going to do this good, so like lower the price. It's like, whoa.
I mean, analysts do project, and they do project, and I'm sure they factored in Corona. If I get Corona, I get Corona. Ain't gonna stop me from partying. All right, it's not my quote. It's another quote. Not my quote.
A good mentality.
But anyways, so I tried to read through the full transcript of the earnings report, but it was very long, very interesting. But it was too much, so I'm gonna read just some of the highlights here. NBA 2K20, NBA 2K19, Grand Theft Auto Online, Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Borderlands 3, Sid Meier's Civilization, Social Point's mobile games, WWE 2K20 were the biggest contributors to the company's fourth quarter fiscal 2020 top line growth.
Fuck, I forgot about that. They had like Civs and Borderlands. I
Yeah.
forgot that was Take-Two also. Goddamn.
And so
the 2Ks. Holy shit.
What I found really interesting, I mean, I'm not going to cover the numbers. They did really well. You know, they had like a massive, like 50% increase in revenue, blah, blah, blah. That's all fine and dandy. But what I thought was interesting was that the executives of the company in the transcript were focusing very, very heavily on their 2K franchise.
Really?
Like they were referencing how the 2K franchise was one of the main drivers for why they've done so well. And they said that they had even projected, don't quote me on this, but they had projected that they were actually going to have some negative growth, or negative growth that doesn't exist. They were going to do poorly. They had very poor negative estimates for how 2K was going to do, specifically basketball. But they actually, 2K did awesome during this Q1. And so that's just what caught my eye out of Take-Two's earnings, was that they were spending so much time on basketball. So
yeah, I mean, I would have thought that they would just been like GTA. They would have come and been like GTA Online's making us millions, and it's like, yeah, no shit, dude.
Yeah, and another quote that, of course, you know, I thought was interesting, where this is also from that earnings report. Recurrent consumer spending, virtual currency, add-on content, in-game purchases included the allocated value of virtual currency and other added-on content incorporated in special editions of certain games increased 40% and accounted for 54% of total GAAP net revenues. Again, GAAP is just an accounting metric. Don't worry about it. Region-wise, revenues from the United States, which account for 55% of the revenues, increased 51% from this time last year, which is huge, up to $413 million. And then revenues from the international market, which of course is the other 45%, increased 31% to $347 million.
Damn.
Yeah, I always think it's cool, though, that when they break it out between like international, national. And one last comment on Take-Two. On the basis, they talked about the platforms, you know, console, blah, blah, blah. On the platforms, revenue from consoles, which accounts for, I'm surprised by this, 71.3% of Take-Two's revenue comes from consoles.
Really?
Yep, and it increased 28% to $542 million, while revenues from PCs, which accounts for 28.7% of revenues, surged 87.3% to $218 million during this quarter.
Goddamn.
So, yeah, I don't want to go too in depth. I could talk about that shit all day, but I'm not going to do that.
Man, the Q2 one's going to be awesome with this whole GTA going free.
Yeah, I was interested to see that they didn't really mention much about that. Like, I was expecting, because it's a business call, that they were saying, here's why we did this. We're expecting, you know, Q2.
Yeah, good point.
To be awesome. And then again, very similar with EA. The reason the stock went down, people are just concerned with the future. I know, like, Xbox, was it Phil Spencer?
Yeah.
Phil Spencer came out and said that and Sony has said the same thing, that like the consoles themselves have no expected delays from COVID, but games in 2021 have expected to kind of slow down.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like right now all these game companies are benefiting from this, but they're also probably going to be hurting in about a year.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's nice now, but give it some time and it's going to balance back out. It's not like they're going to go under.
No way.
The high that they're having now is probably just going to be balanced out by the low they'll have in the very near future.
And then Sony, I looked at Sony's earnings. They had a dismal quarter.
I mean, I know Sony's more than just PlayStation. Yeah, that's the tricky part with them, because it's like
PlayStation was one of the positives that they had.
Makes sense.
Again, Sony's just being very vocal, and because PlayStation is such a like a visible thing to the market, they're of course being really upbeat on PlayStation 5.
You say anyone, like, what do you think of when you say Sony? Like 9 out of 10 people are gonna be like,
it's
PlayStation.
Gonna be TVs or PlayStations. Something like that. So I didn't want to spend too much time on Sony, just because there's no point in going over it when PlayStation is such a tiny piece of what they do.
I didn't know if like maybe like during this like PlayStation like did so well that like Sony was like, hey, like we're doing awesome. But I mean,
Sony did specifically mention, though, I did read through some of their transcript as well. They were talking very positively about VR going forward, which, you know, as a big VR fan, I was excited about that. So.
Yeah, I mean, with the new games coming out, specifically in like the new hardware they're making.
Hell yeah.
So speaking of games, like, just because I know you've been talking about, have you gotten Gorn? Is that what it's called?
I did get Gorn a few days ago.
Is it the hype? Is it living up to the hype that people are giving it? Because I know that was like one of the like big anticipated games.
My disclaimers have only put about an hour into it.
Okay.
You can see I'm fumbling with my words right now. I thought it was fun and I liked it, but the controls for motion feel so weird.
Oh, really?
The best way to describe it is, and I saw other people on Reddit, PSVR Reddit, complaining about it and just saying it takes time. So that's why I'm trying not to be too down on it, because I know it's just going to take some time to get used to it. But essentially, with the two Move controllers, you know how you have the big PlayStation buttons right on the middle for your thumbs?
Yes.
So to move, you move your hand forward like almost like you're swimming freestyle, and you grab and you pull with each arm. It's very weird. So it's almost like a swim, pull, swim, pull, swim, pull with each arm, which is really weird though when
Can
you're
you
trying
not
to
change it? Like,
no, there's no free motion, which is very weird when you're trying to like melee combat and you're having to like swim. So that's the only thing I didn't like. It was making me feel a little, I don't get motion sick in VR. And I was starting to get a little motion sick because you have to like whip yourself around like swimming and stuff. It was weird. The gameplay was super fun though. Like when you finally, just beat the shit out of stuff.
I mean, enough people are probably going to complain that they're going to patch an update where it's like, hey, here's like free range movement. Because even like, I remember when I played Skyrim, like the base movements, like that, like kind of jumpy, like where it like,
teleportation.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I hated teleportation. I have to have free motion.
Yeah. That like, I'm kind of the same with you where it's like, I don't get motion sickness, but like that constant warping and stuttering.
It takes me out of the game.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you had free motion in like Skyrim VR, it's like, this is sick. But yeah, the whole teleporting just like.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm trying to give it some time. I like it. I'm positive on it. The amount of positive reviews are telling me that it's just going to take me some time to get used to it.
And then you said you downloaded Iron Man, but you haven't played it.
Yes, correct.
So next time we can talk about that. I'm very curious to hear, because I know that's like one of the big games you were talking about, and like it had been going through some turmoil. So
yeah,
like,
Sony already announced that it's going to be a Iron Man VR bundle.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
they're really banking on that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone says the demo's amazing.
Okay, that's good. I remember because like when they like all that turmoil was going through, you were like, this could be bad. Like if it's not good.
Yeah, it disappeared off the store and then came back with a release date of July 3rd or something.
Well, I mean, that's good. And then Vader Immortal, there's still not. That's still
not. No, I haven't seen anything else come out.
Okay, when's the release for that one? Do you know?
It said midsummer.
Okay,
sometime in the summer.
I would assume probably like mid-July then. Probably.
I would say July or August.
Yeah, I'd say mid-July to like early August at the latest.
When's Infinite coming out? Do you have any more data for me about it?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about it?
Nope. Yeah, I can tell you that we don't know shit about it. Does that count? Although I did see like stuff on Twitter that there's like some cinematic thing, like some people are calling it like Hunt the Truth Part 2, and it's like, no, don't fucking do that. Hunt the Truth 1 was so fucking bad.
Dude, I need to hunt the truth.
I mean, I'm like I said, we have July. Microsoft did confirm that Infinite will be at their thing in July. They did come out and say like, you're gonna see Infinite, but it's like, we just gonna see like an engine tech demo again? We gonna see some gameplay? We gonna see a fucking release date or a demo? That's the other thing too. It's like we're half a year out and we haven't seen a demo yet. We need to see one of those real fucking soon, because with how buggy the other Halos have been, they need time. I'm gonna start going off on that tangent again. But yeah, well, Infinite news. Hopefully we'll hear something soon. But I'm not holding my breath. So I mean, it's Microsoft. What can you do? You'd think they'd be telling people because it's money soft. They need that money, but I guess they're doing good enough without it. Oh, well, speaking of Microsoft and money and all that stuff, like, so one of like their biggest games, Minecraft, and their developers Mojang, they rebranded themselves to Mojang Studios. So I'm kind of curious to see, like, I mean, there's Minecraft, obviously. Everyone's heard of Minecraft, and then Minecraft Dungeons is coming out, and then updates and all that stuff. All their updates are free too for Minecraft, which is sick. So I'm wondering if like they're gonna like rebranding themselves, if they're gonna start pushing out more Minecraft spin-off games like Dungeons, or try and do new games. Like I know they did like a Telltale Minecraft game, I think too, but it's like that. Looking back at it, because every now and again I'll watch videos or like read about Minecraft. That game is such a powerhouse. It's absurd, like how popular it still is, having released in 2011 and being like the most sold game at 200 million copies. That's pretty nuts. Like
that is nuts.
And GTA is to put it in perspective, GTA is at around 120. So Minecraft's got 80 million more copies than GTA, which is like out on every platform. People have rebought and bought again. Like, although I am curious to see what GTA going free, they could start creeping up on that number real quick now.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, GTA servers, I don't know, because you added it to your library, but you haven't played, right?
Correct. I have not installed it.
Dude, servers are.
Are they struggling?
Yeah. Every time I get onto GTA, I get like kicked from the lobby at least once, and that modders are going crazy. Which, if they're money modders, like I'm not gonna complain, like free money in the game. But when you have the people start spamming fucking carrier jets all over the city, it's like, oh god damn it. Like,
sounds like something we used to do.
Oh yeah, back in Gary's mod. Yep.
Hell yeah.
I was playing with some guy and he was he had a minigun and it would shoot Molotovs at me. So it's like every time I'm just running around, I'm just getting lit the fuck up. And then he started shooting me with money bags, and I was like, you know what, this is fine. Walked away with like 500,000. And Rockstar, it's like they used to ban people pretty heavily for that, but honestly, they're probably so focused on their servers that money modding is and like all this other modding is probably going to go unchecked for a while, which is good or bad depending on how you see it. I think it's good because if it's like, usually people don't do it maliciously, it's just for shits and giggles, so it's like I'm down with it. People are doing fireworks shows or they tase you, it's like, okay, cool, that's fun, I don't care. But when you crash the game with like spaceships and tanks,
yeah, that
like,
sounds like a little much.
Yeah, it's like I can't even get to the casino to do like my daily spin because there's just a ring of fucking planes around. I'm like, dude, this is fucking sick. You got me.
That does actually sound kind of funny.
I mean, it was like because I was like trying to narrow, like go underneath all of them, but I was like, god damn it. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see like the future of Minecraft because I think that game's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It's kind of absurd, but we should. I don't know if you have it, but it's like we should play that one day, just for shits and giggles. A more relaxing game after we get pissed off at Overwatch. So I'll go in and jump right into talking about some of the new games coming out because I'm excited for this. So
I'm excited.
One of the games that just came out, it's on consoles. I think it's actually on Xbox Game Pass too. I have it on PC. Is this game called Golf with Your Friends?
I've heard about it.
I've had it. It's a mini golf game where you can turn on all sorts of like collision or low gravity or like change the shape of your ball to like a pyramid or like a hexagon. It's a really great party game, and the fact that like it's officially a 1.0 release on all consoles, I'm like, dude, it's a great game. It's $10. You and a couple friends like can play it. It's so worth the money. And like I said, I think it's on Game Pass. So, but if you wanted to play that, I'd be down. But the game that's coming out, it's coming out tomorrow or today if you're listening to the podcast on its release. It's this game coming out called Maneater, and that's the game that when I first saw it, I was like, cool. But the more I watch it, I'm actually really fucking excited for this game. And it's essentially just like, did you ever play like the Jaws game back on like the PS2?
But I'm looking at Maneater on my laptop.
So it's like you're a shark. You could be other things too. You're just like sea monsters, but like you're eating shit. But at the same time, like there's people shooting at you with like guns, and you can like jump out of the water and do like flips to like deflect bullets. And I guess like your shark gets like more and more powerful. Like he starts like glowing and shit. I mean, the game looks so much fun. I mean, I like sharks. I think they're cool. I've liked sharks since I was a kid. So like finally going back to like just an arcadey, silly, doesn't take itself seriously shark game. I'm so excited for that game, man. No multiplayer, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I don't know if you're looking at like a trailer or picture, but it's like, I think the game's going to be fun.
From GameSpot, James O'Connor. The trailer frames Maneater as the next season of a schlocky TV drama about a shark out for revenge.
Yeah.
Said shark will be able to fight other sharks, leap out of the water to eat people, and spin through the air to dodge bullets. So don't expect anything too scientifically accurate.
I mean, I'm down. I think that sounds like a fun video. I'm curious to see what its release is or like price is. I haven't seen it yet.
$40.
Is it really?
$40.
If it's 40, I think it's worth it. If it's 60, it's like, I'll still probably get it because it's a shark game.
Shill.
It's a shark game. I like shark games. The last good shark game I played was this game called Depth. And I think I've told you about that game and talked about it on the cast before. Another good game if you're ever looking at getting a new one. So, I said,
you're gonna get Space Marine.
Oh man,
did you like those clips I was sending him?
If you would have told me when I was drunk last weekend playing Overwatch, if you would have been like, dude, buy Space Marine, I would have. I was actually playing Deathwing a little bit this previous week, and I didn't realize, like, I mean, granted, it's not that it's hard, but it's like, if you don't keep an eye on your health, like, you die, bro. I was playing and it was like, you were dead. And then, like, have you read the text, like, whenever you die? Like,
yeah.
Dude, it's pretty brutal. It's like, go back to, like, the psy booth or whatever and, like, regenerate yourselves to, like, get this taint of dishonor from you. Like, avenge your brothers. It's like, holy shit, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty fun. I do love the games. The only thing I hate about the game is its sound design kind of sucks.
Its sound design is, it's not great.
Like when you hit the doors down, it's just like just some really shitty noise that sounds like someone dropped like a piece of metal like underwater, and it's like, no.
Boom.
But the visuals, like, I guess like Grimdank or Grimdark or whatever it's called, like that gothic future, dude. I like the setting, like when you're on like this ship that's got like a big steam engine with like these chandeliers and then like an altar on them. Like, damn, these are some like not creepy, but like pretty like visceral.
It's scary.
It's cool. I still don't understand the lore of it at all. Like, I don't know who we're fighting. I don't know what the
Xenos.
But it's like, are the Xenos those bug aliens or like the ones that shoot at you, or are they both
corrupted? Kill them, brother.
Avenge our dude. Yeah, one of my allies died, and like the dude was like, we must avenge our brother, like whatever his name is, like Naus or whatever. I'm like, Jesus fuck. It's a good fucking game. Like I said, I'll get Warhammer soon. I was actually looking into Dawn of War, the RTS one.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Warhammer games.
There's a lot of Warhammer games. We'll have to do a separate segment where we'll just pick like a few of them and go through them.
So I know I'm hijacking this a lot, but the reason I kind of was looking into RTS, the Dawn of War game, is like, so the games we've been playing so far, I got into, Spencer actually was the one who told me to start playing it, but I started playing StarCraft 2 since it's free. And like I said, I'm not good at RTS games, but I'm having fun. It's a pretty solid game. Tychus is a pretty cool character.
Hell, Jimmy.
Just some like cowboy ass like convict who's just ready to kill. Yeah. And then what's his the main guy's name? I forget.
Jim Raynor.
Yeah, Jim Raynor. Yeah, and it's like
if you read the books, Jim.
There's books?
Yeah, from like when Jim and Tychus were younger and they used to like run together in like a crew. And Jim would always get pissed at Tychus for like getting wasted at bars and just like banging way too many chicks.
I mean, he looks like someone who would do that.
Oh,
fuck you, Santa. But I've been playing that game, and like when I was looking into RTS games, like of course Dawn of War, it kind of bad comparison, but the jacked up soldiers from StarCraft reminded me of Space Marines from
jacked up and good to go.
You scared me. The fucking SCVs, I hate those guys. I do like the flamethrower dudes from StarCraft though.
Fire it up.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. And then like the Marauders, like
yeah,
yeah. Oh, time to fire! Like they're so jacked every time you click on them. It's like, all right,
so jacked to go just fight like 20 Zerg and die.
I mean, they get the job done.
Well, speaking of RTSs though, did you see that the original Command and Conquer and Red Alert and all that stuff is about to be released remastered?
No, I didn't actually.
Yes, and Command and Conquer sounds like they're going full support in the like modding community and whatnot, where when this comes out, they're also going to release all the source code.
All of it?
Yeah, for modders.
Whoa, that's a pretty big move on them. I mean, that's good, like you said, from like a modder's perspective, like makes it easy for them.
Yeah, and so this is from Games Radar.
Jesus.
By Jordan Gerblick. And it says, EA has announced that the source code for Command & Conquer, Tiberian Dawn, and Red Alert will be released alongside the remaster collection next month. So that means it's coming out in June. That's in addition to the new map editor included with the remaster, so expect bigger and better Command & Conquer mods in the near future.
Dude, I'm down. I remember I had the original like Command & Conquer Red Alert like back on like my parents' old shitty computer. That game was pretty fun. Like that is the RTS game. I'm bad at them, but I mean I'm down to play it, especially with them releasing source code. Like, you know, people are probably just gonna mod like you know how like you've played Rome Total War, and then they have the Lord of the Rings mod for it.
Oh, that thing was so good. I would have paid money for that.
Yeah, I remember you'd always play it and you'd just message me on Steam and you'd be like, of like moshing through like an orc army is like Elrond and his army or something. It's like, Jesus fuck, like this mod sounds badass.
And they like made all the map. They like made like Minas Tirith and stuff in the game. You could like get on it and defend it. They made Helm's Deep.
So like
they made a whole game. Like the whole campaign map was modded.
Did you ever play Battlefield Middle Earth? Like
not as good.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, how do those stack up? Because that was an actual Lord of the Rings.
So the difference is the scale and the scope. Where like Total War, you were able to have 10,000 troops.
Holy shit.
Compared to like, the
100 on like Xbox. Yeah. Only thing I remembered was you could troll your teammates by building like the berserkers, like the dude who had the mines, and just walk them over to your teammate's base and just blow it up.
Hell yeah,
dude. I mean, Rome Total War. If that goes on sale, like I might get it, and you'll just have to show me how to do the Lord of the Rings mod because that sounds really badass. So you can like.
They also have co-op campaigns.
So can you do the co-op campaigns in Lord of the Rings mod?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
So like, could you? So in theory, like with the mods, you could do like the Pelennor fields like outside of like Gondor.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude, that's so fucking awesome.
And like the units were really detailed.
Like they had like everything, like all the different types of orcs and Uruk-hai, and like, damn. I'll have to fucking try
all the different races too.
So speaking of RTS games, did you ever look at this game called? I think it was the Tom Clancy one. It's called Tom Clancy Total War.
I'm grimacing. Answer is no, but I bet when I look it up, I'm gonna cringe. Hang on.
So if I remember correctly, it was an RTS game, and like a console one, and you could use like your Xbox headset.
Are you talking about End War?
End War, fuck yeah.
I remember End War, yeah, and you could be like, choppers.
I'm literally looking at the article, but we were talking about Total War, and it just slipped. Yeah, End War.
I remember that game. Yeah, you could like tell your choppers go to point B, and
but they would never listen.
Yeah, they would just get jacked up. Like the concept, it was. We weren't ready for it.
The concept was great. It would work now, but
yeah, the tech was not there yet.
Yeah, because I remember my buddy showed it to me, and he would be like push forward to like point B, and they'd be like retreat, and he's like, what the hell? And he's like, I didn't say that. So I said, so I've been playing StarCraft. I'll touch on some more games I've been playing, but what have been some games that you've been playing? Overwatch.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I've been playing Warhammer Space Marine a lot. Some GTA campaign. Been enjoying that.
Always good. GTA
always good. Yeah, always
good. What point are you at in the campaign?
Not very deep. Okay. Trevor's about to show up.
Okay, yeah. That's when the campaign really starts shining.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna hit you. Slugs the fuck out of him. Fuck you.
but yeah, no, not really too much else. But before I forget, I want to bring this up. So a game that I've always wanted to play, never have played it, is System Shock.
Oh yeah, so that's like.
And what caught my eye was by Austin Wood. System Shock 3 developer confirms, I'm going to mispronounce this, Tencent?
Oh, yeah, Tencent.
Tencent will be taking the franchise forward.
I remember seeing that headline, and I'm like, ooh.
So I think it was System Shock 2 that's considered to be like up there with Half-Life.
Yeah, it's like...
It's considered to
like
be up there.
A god-tier level game.
Yeah, and so I was hoping somebody, I don't want to be like a graphics chode, but I'm hoping somebody would remaster it.
I think there actually is someone who's doing a visual remaster.
I would like to play it, but I mean, at the same time, I don't want to go back and play graphics where it's like cubes running around.
As elitist as it sounds, it's like a game can be really good, but it's like if you haven't played it, getting introduced to it in that state,
it's kind of just like moved so far forward.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same.
So while you talk about that, I'm pretty sure like it's a fan made like System Shock remaster, but let me.
And on a similar note, though, like one thing I've been waiting for it to come out is Sky. Well, not Sky. It's Oblivion remastered in Skyrim's engine.
So there's two. There's the Oblivion made in Skyrim's engine, and then there's Morrowind being made in Skyrim's engine. That's
so
the one.
I played Morrowind remastered in Oblivion. They finished that. I played that for a while.
More Oblivion.
Yeah, more Oblivion.
Yeah, it's
Sky Oblivion is what it's called. But every time I check on it, it's still alive. Like it's still live and being made, but it's never done, and it's been like years and years and years. And it's like I understand that this is like a fan project, but if you ever want anybody to see all this work you're done, you need to get it done.
Or at least
you're gonna get left behind.
Or release like a episode one,
just make the main campaign, and because they're like we're doing every quest, and it's like why?
Yeah, so that's
just
the thing,
do the
like,
main quest, you know, the main 4 guilds, and then move on.
Yeah, so like I was a huge fan of Morrowind, and like they're doing the same thing at Skywind, where they're bringing Morrowind into the Skyrim engine. And Morrowind had a lot of text dialogue. Like every character didn't talk to you. It's an Xbox game. Like they didn't have the technology to do that. But they're like, it's kind of the same thing. They're like, we're voice acting every character and every line from the game, and it's like, do you know how much fucking time that's gonna take? But and they're remaking all the music from scratch. Like they're literally remaking the entire game from scratch, which, I mean, that's awesome. Like more power to them. I think that's gonna look good on a resume. But like you said, if there's nothing to show for it, what can you do? Yeah, I know they're doing Sky Oblivion and Skywind. I thought the Sky Oblivion one was pretty far along, but
so while you were talking, I looked up an update on Sky Oblivion, and here they say Sky Oblivion project's first content release, and this was on January 15th, 2020. And so it says the Sky Oblivion project's first content release. Releasing content for Sky Oblivion is not as easy as it may sound.
Yes, it is.
Assets and mechanics created by the team are usually merged straight into our master build, and from the start of the project, we didn't have releasing small pieces of content in mind. Having that said, it shouldn't come as a surprise that by this point in Sky Oblivion's development, we have recreated a lot of assets originally found in Cyrodiil. Some more noteworthy than others, but all necessary to be able to release Sky Oblivion. For those who aren't in the loop, we are legally required to okay, here's something I didn't know. How about this? I lost my place. Sorry. We are, for those who aren't in the loop, we are legally required to recreate every 3D asset found in Oblivion or replace it with a Skyrim counterpart.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And so here's a fun fact. There are 8,032 assets listed on a spreadsheet, some of which you may have seen, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to get to where they say what they're releasing.
That's what's going to make Skywind so hard, is that Morrowind was like Skyrim and Cyrodiil, like they both have forests, snowy areas.
All right, I'm jacked now.
Morrowind was a lot of swamps and like weird fucking enemies and like weird environments, like volcanic ash, like badlands. So like it's gonna be rough for them. The swamp areas were cool. State of Need slapped. Like the area you started in, that was probably my favorite starting area. No, but what's got you so jacked? Skywind, it's made by the same people. It's the Elder Scrolls Renewal Project, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm on their website right now, and it's like Skywind, more Oblivion, all this stuff. I'm like, oh shit, they've done all of them.
So I'm sorry, I'm continuing to read from that same post. This brings us back to the Sky Oblivion project's first content release. For our first content release, I would like to present you with the Cyrodiilic Steel Armor.
Okay.
This set is made by Spyros Frigas and was implemented and released with the help of Box R25 and a few other people. Stade, Kettle Witch, Gravesy, I don't know these people. So it sounds like they just released armor that it looks like you can use in Skyrim.
Weird. I mean,
like that's not a content release. Am I being too like, you know what I mean though? Like I understand this stuff takes time. This is hard stuff, but at the same time, they've been doing this for like 5+ years now.
Yeah, that's the kind of,
and it's just like, guys, if this never gets if this doesn't get finished soon, people are going to lose interest.
Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at screenshots of like Skywind, and it's like, this is why it's hard, because it's like this is a lot of like what the areas in like Morrowind look like. Yeah,
it looks like, what Kevin's showing me looks amazing. It looks fantastic. I would play it. I would go home right now, install it, and then just call in sick tomorrow from work. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Yeah. It's gorgeous.
I mean,
like I even messaged them like a few years ago, and I offered to help with some writing and stuff.
Nice. That'd be pretty brutal. Yeah, I mean, they're actively looking for volunteers.
And I did the same with Fallout Vegas. They had a Lone Star campaign they were building, which was set in Austin, Texas.
That's sick.
And they opened it up and were like, hey, we're taking volunteers. Again, I volunteered, and I was like, hey, guys, you know, I like writing in my free time. I'm happy to help write some quests, some side quests or something. Just never heard back. And it's like, yeah, no wonder this never gets finished. You get people trying to help.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been like, oh, I could help. It's like, I don't know what I could do, because it's like, I'm not a voice actor. It's like, I can't fucking make music to save my life. So I'm like, I'm like, I'll just wait. But yeah, man, now you've talked, I honestly forgot about that. I really want to see that, but you're right. If we don't see something soon.
Yeah, and like I can't stress enough how much I would love to play through Oblivion again with Skyrim's engine.
Like,
I can't tell you with Skyrim's combat. I can't tell you how much I would love that.
I'm the same way with Morrowind.
I would love to have a spear.
Yeah, that's my thing. Morrowind had spears, and like that was the last one that had. I'm like, dude, spears were sick. Yeah. And it's like, even if they release it, if it was a full release and they were like, it's $100, I'd be like, here you go.
Yeah, I would buy that shit right now.
Yeah, like the Morrowind, like the Elder Scrolls, like that. Like Skyrim's great, don't get me wrong, but you can only replay Skyrim and do all the modded things on Skyrim like so much before you're like, all right.
What I find funny about Elder Scroll games is that whichever one you played first is always your favorite.
I played Morrowind first.
I played Oblivion first.
See, I will, like, whenever people like, I like Skyrim, and I'll literally just be like, have you played Morrowind though?
Well, because like what I've noticed, and even when I went back and played Morrowind, I loved it. I liked it. I never beat it.
Yeah,
but I really liked it.
I like Skyrim. I like Oblivion. That's just like, but Morrowind, it's like, man.
But what I've noticed with the Elder Scroll games is that with each iteration, it seems like they shrink stuff.
They do.
Or they cut it out. And it's happened with Fallout too. It's like a Bethesda thing.
Dude, Morrowind was retarded huge. Like that.
Yeah, but what I'm referencing is like quest depth.
Morrowind's quest depth was
it was amazing.
Like that, the thing that especially shines, like maybe not main quest, but it's like side quests.
Yeah,
like.
And Oblivion's main quest was 10 times as epic as Skyrim's main quest. And Skyrim's was short. Skyrim's guild quests to me were very, very short.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion was so good. Amazing. It was its own game.
I love the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion. That was probably the best Dark Brotherhood blood. Like,
it was awesome. The Thieves Guild, when you finally get the Grey Cowl.
Fuck yeah.
And you get to put it on, and then immediately it's like, and then it keeps track of your constant bounty, and it can get up to like hundreds of thousands because you're the Grey Wolf?
Something like that, yeah. My thing was
Grey Fox or something.
Grey Fox. My thing was like,
you get to meet the Grey Fox before you're the Grey Fox. See how excited? Fuck.
My thing that I liked from Morrowind that I hadn't seen
Steal
was
an Elder Scroll.
Yeah, on Morrowind I liked you if you just fell asleep like anywhere in like the wild or whatever. A lot of the time you'd be like, I'm asleep for 12 hours, and like 2 hours into it would be like a wild like guar attacked you or like something attacked you. But sometimes it would be assassins that attack you, and when you killed them, you could loot their body, and there'd be a Dark Brotherhood like assassination note for them, and that's how you were like, okay, what the fuck's this about? Because I know on Skyrim it was like you kill someone, and on Oblivion it was like you kill someone too, right? And then when you wake up the next time, they're like, hey.
Yeah, when you kill someone in Oblivion, an innocent person.
Yeah. Yeah, it was always interesting. Oh, man.
That was a really random tangent, but an awesome tangent.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Elder Scrolls. So, fuck, I had another point when you first started talking and I lost it.
Well, one more Elder Scrolls thing. Have you ever played Elder Scrolls Online?
I
dabbled.
I have it, and I just haven't played it. Like, it was like...
I feel like it's not the same. I want my campaign.
Yeah, like,
I don't want to see Big Dick Nut 63, like, doing the same quest as me.
Yeah, and it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I mean, I feel like it'd be cool because it's an MMO, but at the same time, it's kind of like
my world.
It's kind of like the same thing. Like I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14, like the MMO, and I'm like, this is cool, but I'm like, man, where's like the single player Final Fantasy story that like I know and love? Like MMOs are cool, but it's like,
Yeah, the only MMOs I ever actually played that I genuinely really liked were City of Heroes and City of Villains.
I remember those ones.
Those were fun, man.
Yeah,
when you could like, once you got the flight abilities, you could like fly around these cities. There's people everywhere. Once they brought in villains, you could fight each other.
That's pretty brutal.
That was cool.
Those games got shut down, right? Like they're not live anymore, right?
I don't think so. They were really cool.
Yeah, that was.
You could like pick all your powers and stuff.
Your suit, like everything, like
yeah, you could like, customize. I'm getting man. I'm gonna look it up right now if it's still active. I'd get back on.
Could you imagine if they like
activate my old account?
What if they remastered that and they're like,
that'd be awesome. It was fun.
So we were like, I think this whole tangent started on like
remaster or mods from mods.
Yeah, System Shock, which there is like a fan made mod out. But before that, we started on this was based off of like games we had been playing, and a game that I actually finished this past week, and I got more into it than I thought I would, was Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 2. I played the first one when it first came out back in like 2012. I just now played Season 2, and it's like, dude, those games are... Telltale knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, I played their Jurassic Park game, which is probably their most slept-on game, but from a Jurassic Park fan's point of view, like, they did that world an ass load of justice. the story isn't good, but they even were like, we're not trying to make a good story. We're trying to build a believable aftermath of Jurassic Park. And they did just that. But, you know, Telltale, Walking Dead, their games are very choice-based. So I was to say, like, what are some good choice-based games you play, or like ones that you've like enjoyed? And like, I'm not saying just Telltale games, like in general. I'm assuming Mass Effect. Like I said, I haven't played those, but I'm assuming like that game has choices that follow you throughout the whole campaign.
All 3 games, yeah.
Okay, so they do follow all 3 games?
Yeah, Mass Effect, yeah. I mean, if you started like Mass Effect 1, there's characters that will die.
And then they won't come back.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing with like KOTOR. It's like it didn't really follow like choices from 1 to 2. So I was like, I didn't know if Mass Effect.
I kind of like that, though. I kind of like that they were different. Although it's a different concept, because Mass Effect was always building towards this Reaper invasion of Earth.
Yeah, I mean, so like, of course, yeah, Mass Effect. What were some other, like, if you ever played any other choice-based games? Did you ever play, not that the game itself was super choice-based, but classic game, like critically acclaimed game. You ever play Spec Ops: The Line?
I actually, that's one of the things on my list I wanted to talk about today. Was I've never played it, but I've always wanted to play it because it gets such like strong reviews of like having like such like a weird psychoactive element to it.
So
of like PTSD and like
I played
war
it,
fatigue.
I played it a little bit, and then like when I stopped playing it, I watched an entire playthrough of it just because I was like, it's something I do on my lunch breaks. And yeah, dude, the end of that game and like some of the shit that happens to the game, it's like, dude, holy shit, this game gets dark as fuck. And it has to do with like PTSD and like this dude having like a fucking mental breakdown. It's really cool. I don't want to spoil it, but it's like if you have that game and want to play it, like the story and like the consequences, like they're kind of worth it. It's like, holy fuck, it was ahead of its time. Like some like shocker level stuff on the same page as like No Russian from MW2, where you're like, holy fuck, they really did this. That was a huge fucking, that was even kind of a choice too, where like I think the devs and people talked about it as they were like, you didn't have to shoot during that level, but everyone did. It's like, oh fuck.
Well, I mean, if you're like role playing like the character,
dude, I remember the first time I played the campaign, and that was like,
that would not be acceptable nowadays to release.
And it was like the second they released it in the Modern Warfare 2 remaster.
Well, I mean, it was already out there though. It wasn't new. Like you can't do that in a game now. No way.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a torture scene, like in like a waterboarding scene.
That's
in, like
different.
The new, yeah, but yeah, the first time I played that, I'm like, am I on a fucking list now? Because the game's literally just like gunned down an entire airport. Like, and when the game came out, 2008, 9, like back when like airports were still like really high alert. It's like, okay, fuck. But so another like one of those choice-based games was I know you being the big Sony fan, like, did you ever play Detroit Become Human?
I did. I didn't beat it.
Okay.
But so that's more of like a story that you participate in more so than a game.
I mean, yeah,
that's how I would describe that. That's not like a choice. You know what I mean? Like that's
still kind of like the Telltale games where you're not really playing a game. You're just kind of
directing kind of the story.
So another game kind of like that. I never played it. I even asked you about it. Is The Order a game like that too? The Order 1886?
Not so much.
Okay.
But The Order is definitely worth playing for if you own a PlayStation and you've never played it, like you're messing up.
Okay, I'll give it a try then.
It should be like $5.
Isn't it like kind of a short game though? Wasn't that
it's pretty short. You could beat it probably 6 hours single player, but it's going to be one of those games.
Wait, is there multiplayer on it?
Probably, but it's going to be the same concept as Rise. Like when you look at it, you're going to be like, damn, this still looks like better than most games.
That's what made me like think about it, is because I saw like a trailer for it when I was scrolling through PlayStation, and it was like The Order 1886, and when I was like watching the videos of it, I'm like, damn, why does this still look so fucking good?
Yeah.
Like that was that a launch title? I forget.
It wasn't a launch title, but it was pretty close after launch.
Is there an Order 1886 too? When I typed it in on my search,
they set it up for a sequel and always talked about it, but it hasn't been done. It could be a launch title.
There's people saying like, it could be coming out. Damn.
I liked it. I loved it.
Man, that would be so. Getting on like launch titles and stuff like that. What do you think are some titles that Xbox and PS5 need? I literally just thought of this topic when you said it, but like, what are some titles you think they need to have a successful launch?
PlayStation needs to have a Killzone that goes back to its roots.
What's the one that came out on PS4? Shadowfall?
Yeah, Shadowfall. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like groundbreaking like some of the other Killzones were.
Although I will say, when you got your PS4, because you got it before I did, when I went over to your house and saw Killzone, that game looks so fucking good.
It was awesome. It's good.
I was blown away when I saw the graphics, because that was a launch title for the PS4, and I was like, damn. I was like, why does this look so fucking good?
I think they need a Killzone because we know it's not going to be a God of War. God of War is going to be kind of their, we're not getting enough sales, let's announce God of War.
You know what game I think they need? I don't remember the story well enough to think if they set up a sequel. But it would be awesome if PS5 released with a new Infamous game.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I like those games. That was like PlayStation's version of Prototype, which was, I love the Prototype games. Infamous wasn't as gritty and dark, but it was still, I mean, you're flying around a city with all sorts of like crazy cool powers. I did enjoy that a lot. And they're like elemental powers. It's not like morphing. It's like you have like electricity or smoke. It was pretty sick. And the parkour system was more intuitive, I guess. Like you're kind of like grinding and doing stuff versus just plowing through people and running up buildings. But yeah, I think I'd like to see an Infamous game release. And then of course, obviously, you know, like some current games are going to be, I feel like that's kind of a good and a bad thing. Cause it's like, if they release too many current games, like they're like PS5 is like launching with Fortnite and Modern Warfare and like all these games that are out on PS4, and it's like, then why do I need to buy a PS5? Like I feel like you need to come out with like a significant handful of PS5 only games. And like, yeah, I guess to play the opposite side, maybe that's anti-consumer, because if you do PS5 PS4 games, you probably make more money, but it's like, give me a reason to buy the console.
Yeah,
but I don't know. And Xbox needs to release with Halo. If they don't, RIP. Like they're done. The Xbox will I feel like the Xbox might, once they release specs, if the specs are good, it could be like a return to glory. At least in America. Like Sony's always going to outsell PlayStation because they have the Asian market like by the balls, and then Nintendo's got Sony by the balls. So it's like, well, I'm curious to see how it's going to go. But man, I want that fucking Xbox thing to happen. And a more in-depth PS5 one. Like that tech demo was cool as fuck. Show me some more games.
I know. I want to see some more.
Oh, speaking of PlayStation games, what are your thoughts on that Ghost of Tsushima or whatever game?
The samurai style game? It looks gorgeous.
It looks so fucking awesome.
It looks gorgeous. I've never played anything. It's a sequel, right? Or I'm thinking of something else. A sequel. But no, I have seen.
I think you're thinking of Neo. Like the Dark Souls, like, but samurai.
But I have seen what you're talking about as well. I have seen the screens. It came up on IGN.
Oh, dude, it looks so fucking good.
It does look good.
That reminds me, the only ninja game like I've played in recent memory is like Ninja Gaiden, which those games were so stupid hard. I'm hoping this isn't going to be like some hyper difficult game like that. Like just make it like a God of War style, like difficulty. Oh man. I said, I kind of like to shit on PS4 a lot, but it's like, man, that game's got me fucking hyped. And then while I wait for that game, I'll just keep playing
Overwatch.
Oh my fucking god! You know we're hitting that point towards the end of the cast.
Almost. I got one more.
Oh.
So did you see? Here's an from Games Radar.
I did like the
by Alex Avad. New Call of Duty game is apparently called Black Ops Cold War. What are your initial feelings? Give me your reactions.
I mean, I'm kind of down because it's being made by Treyarch, right? It should be the next Treyarch game.
I think so.
I mean, Treyarch did World at War.
Yes, Treyarch.
World at War, which is classic, awesome. Like Black Ops 1 went back to like the Vietnam kind of like a Cuban Missile Crisis thing. Like that was awesome. So it's like I'm kind of down. I'm hoping it'll do well. Like obviously multiplayer is going to be a lot of what we've already seen, but it's like in terms of campaign, like I'm kind of down.
Cold War could be badass.
It really could be. And like apparently like I was actually reading like people were saying like the Cold War wasn't just a Cold War because like there's a lot of espionage and stuff. I think there were a lot of like quote unquote like proxy wars because of the Cold War. So it's like someone was like, you can jump between those. I'm like, damn, that'd be kind of sick. I wonder when we're going to hear information for that. Oh,
the article even references that they're being very hush-hush, quote-unquote, with the details right now.
And also, too, speaking of Call of Duty, like...
We don't even know if it's current or next gen.
It's going to be both. That's what they did. That's what they've done, like, the last time, like, the Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3 to PS4, is Ghost came out right before the new consoles came out, so it just carried right over. They're probably going to do the exact same
Probably
thing.
same thing, yeah.
But, man, I'm excited for that. And then I saw like
It does look like City of Heroes does still have some servers up.
you gonna hop back on tonight.
I mean, I'd check it out if you check it out.
Oh fuck, dude, what was your hero's name?
I don't remember. It was probably something big, chunky Shack or something.
Yeah, big chunky chode.
Yeah, definitely not big chunky chode. I remember there's so many cool powers you could pick from. You know what? For our next cast, I'm gonna look at some of the old City of Heroes stuff and talk about it a little bit.
Okay,
So I'm excited to talk about it.
Okay, well, I said I've covered what I wanted to cover. And
Well, tell me your pissed off moment of the week. We might have a joint one. It actually might just be all of our Overwatch together, because I mean we've been dealing with some real shitheads in Overwatch.
yeah, Overwatch has been like I've been having fun. I mean, last weekend like.
And we're gonna play this weekend too.
Oh yeah, so on Friday night when this releases, catch us on twitch.tv/KillCam Podcast. We'll be playing
Before we have too many beverages, we'll be streaming.
probably around 9 East Central time, I guess maybe. All right, he flipped me off, so no stream then. I'll cancel it. No, yeah, I mean last weekend I got way too fucking drunk. I was watching clips and I was
Yeah,
like,
we looked at some of the clips of his gameplay, and he's like talking really slow.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm not.
His reaction time was trash. Like Ana snuck up on him on the side when he was soldier, and he just slowly turns and looks at her, and then she just sleep darts him.
I mean that's badass, but so
It's not badass. You're throwing.
nice. So I'm trying to think of my clip. I mean, like, think of your Overwatch shitty take. I mean, like I said, it might be a joint.
Mine
one,
is
but-
when people get mad at me for playing Lucio. Like I don't have to think about it. Lucio is the best healer in the game.
Okay, so explain your thoughts, because like you've explained it to me, but like for people listening,
Lucio
why-
is the best healer
why?
in the game because of, first off, he's very versatile.
he's not considered a primary healer though, right?
I do. I consider him a primary healer. Who are the primary healers? Mercy, Moira, Ana.
Yeah. Zen's not one, right?
Zen is definitely not.
Primary healer means like one who's like their healing output is ridiculously high, but like only on a per person basis, right?
But Moira has the orbs that heal everybody. Her P heals everybody.
Her P.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So, but Lucio, like his like healing aura it heals everyone at the same time, but not like at a ridiculously high rate.
Except every 10 seconds he gets the heal boost, which is like 20 something plus a second.
Okay, so I didn't know it was that much.
Yeah, it's huge.
So your take is when people get pissed at you for playing.
I mean, I've yet to been out healed by any other healer as Lucio. Yet.
Mercy?
Can't do it. It hasn't happened.
But
And you have the speed to get people in and out of bad situations, or like when you get like one or two picks and the other team starts backing off, you speed boost right into him.
speed.
Kill him. I do that all the time.
You do. You are the essentially a DPS healer whenever like we get like 2 tank picks and they fall back.
Yeah.
It's like we're all holding the point and then you just see this guy roller skating on the walls. Fuck them.
Yeah, I change it to speed, and you just slug him in the face.
I mean, it works.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, not always get a damage mill as Lucio, but I can get picks as Lucio.
Yeah, there have been times where like I'll be like gold damage and Spencer like message me and be like, dude, I'm silver damage. Like, holy
Is Lucio, yeah.
like, this is bad. So
I love Lucio, but I see that's what I like about him, because people get like Lucio, you can still do your damage.
Lucio's boop is so ungodly annoying. Like
It's awesome though, because like if you'll see, sometimes I'll go on a wall and get around behind the Rhine and boop him into us.
Yeah.
And then you just beat the shit out of him. Like there's so many like pieces to Lucio's game that make him unique and like so versatile.
I mean, if
Am I going to play him next to like a Brig? Probably not, because that's not enough healing.
I mean, like I said, I don't play
But
support.
Xenia-
I strictly play like tank and DPS, like mostly DPS. But it's like if I ever did want to play a healer, I'd want to play Lucio. But realistically, if I ever started healing, I'd probably play Ana.
Ana's good too, yeah. Like Lucio to me, I think is the strongest heal comp.
Yeah, I mean she
Like
seems,
them together is unreal.
Yeah, she seems really good in the right hands. That's why it's like I don't play healer, because like I'd want to play Ana, but I'd suck at it. Or Zenyatta. I feel like a good Zenyatta is the game changer.
And that's also though why you want like a Zen or Lucio.
You remember walking around the corner? Hey guys, I got this. And when I was main, the Zenyatta's just.
Oh yeah, I like that. Kevin was May, and he was like talking all this big talk, and he just like pops around the corner for like 2 seconds, and then the Zen had been charged up and just killed him.
Yeah, I walked around. I was literally like, I'm gonna go freeze him, and like, like the time frame was literally this: clear the corner, dead.
Yeah,
like he had him charge, and Spencer just was like sitting there laughing. I hated that. So
I love Lucio though. Lucio is the man.
So your piss off moment is just generally
people get mad like they don't understand Lucio, so they're like, you need to pocket me, and it's like, no, you need to play better. You need to use the environment. You need to recognize that we have a Lucio. Like I'm not gonna sit here and mercy you. Screw you.
My pissed off moment looking.
You're gold. I'm gold. You haven't earned a pocket from me. Seriously, it's not like you're some high plat, and it's like, yeah, you know what? This is worth it if I want to win.
Yeah, it's like if you're like a Mercy or something, and like we're all golds, and someone's matched with like a Diamond Farah. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna pocket her ass all fucking game.
Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna pocket just some guy. Heal me. No.
Mine might have to be that game when we were playing earlier today, where the guy was like bitching at the healers for not doing their job and the tanks for not doing their job, and like. He was a DPS bitching at the other DPS, and it's like, dude, you're literally complaining about everyone, and you're sucking like the most on our team. That French dude we played with, remember?
The baguette.
Holy shit, dude! Oh my god, that dude said like I rarely get upset. Usually, if I'm mad, I'll just like laugh or meme. But he legitimately like pushed me to the point where he was like saying shit, and I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up and play.
Yeah, you were actually getting mad
because it's like. I'm Roadhog, like, okay, I miss a couple hooks. There's no Roadhog that's got 100% accuracy, but it's
you
like...
hook right into the shield.
Yeah, his hook takes a little time to throw out, so I throw my hook...
I don't know why I made him sound Russian.
Yeah, like, I throw my hook out right as Orisa threw her shield down, which I couldn't fucking predict. I'm not seeing what she's about to click. So it's like, it hits it, and he's like, oh, look at you, you hit her fucking... I did a Russian accent. He's like, you hit her shield, and it's like, dude, it takes time, like... You really mean to tell me that your gold Reaper's got like 10 millisecond reaction time to be like, oh, don't hook? Like in every game, like he's playing
heal me.
He's playing fire. He's like, yeah, my healers aren't healing me, and it's like, oh, okay, dude. Like maybe come back to whatever. But he was playing Farah, and they had a junk and a Reaper, and he was being like, someone needs to take care of the Reaper, and it's like, why don't you use your little fairy ass jetpack, fly above the Reaper, and, maybe hit a couple rockets down on him, the perfect counter to him. And then he's like, Roadhog could do it. And I'm just like, that's not my fucking job, dude. I was like, I'm the tank. I'm supposed to eat everyone's damage.
I'm supposed to just be fat as fuck and take up space and move us forward.
Yeah, and he's just like, you kill the Reaper. And it's like, no. Like, oh my fucking God, that dude set me off. Like I said, I don't get angry a lot on Overwatch, but that was one of the few times where like, I pretty much spent the rest of the game being like, you need to shut the fuck up.
I was going to say, people have been adding me as friends.
No, you've been adding me.
Yeah, so anytime there's a game where like Kevin and I go at it with somebody on our team, win or loss, we go at it with somebody, I will add them as a friend so that I can keep talking shit to them on my friends list.
That is the move. That is.
And I'll try to invite them. Like, come talk shit, big man. Just because the game's over doesn't mean I'm done.
Like the ultimate, just like, you're through and I say we're through. Dude, I hate Overwatch. But like I said, I've been enjoying it. Like when I have good games, it's fun. Or like, even if we lose, if our team's
it's
like...
It's still fun, especially like every now and then you have like a fun team.
Yeah, I mean, there was one game where like, we were all memeing around.
Dead clan.
Yeah, some guy, like, he had a clan, like, it was like XCN or something. He's like, it's some clan that's not really a thing anymore, but I don't want to pay to change it. And he was like, talking shit to me, and I was like, dude, nice dead fucking clan. And like, he laughed about it. Like, I'm like, that's funny. It's like, I would laugh if someone was like, oh, yeah, if someone was like, oh, LOL, K-Stu, like, that's not funny. I'd be like, that's funny right there, though. Like, I'd laugh at it. But yeah, everyone gets too butthurt. That dude was cool. We probably should have added that guy. He's pretty chill.
Yeah, we probably should have.
He wasn't bad. I mean, he was a Zarya. I feel like a Zarya is a good teammate to have.
Dude, you're the off tank. Learn Zarya.
Zarya is an off?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what off or main tank means.
The main tanks are Orisa, Rein,
so shields.
Sig. Orisa, Rein, and Sig.
Diva?
Diva's not a main. She's side. The others are all sides.
Zarya, I've tried Zarya. I don't know how to balance her.
She is OP at this level because everybody just charges the fuck out of her.
I don't know how to balance her like shields versus like shielding you, because it's like she builds her charge up by shielding, and that's what makes her shots more powerful, right?
Yes, and she can get up to 100 where she does some ridiculous, like, it's almost like you could kill a squishy in like a second and a half. charge.
I play Roadhog and occasionally Diva, but if I were to play like one more tank, I would probably have to play like maybe Orisa. Like she seems like
she's pretty she's basic in terms of her functionality, but she's difficult to master.
Yeah, and it's like Ryan, I feel like is the best tank, but it's like I do not want the responsibility.
People get so mad.
Yeah, because Ryan is the best tank, and it's like if you're not doing exactly what you need to, everyone's like, "Fuck you, Ryan." It's like, God damn.
It's like, hey, remember when I walked off the map?
That was badass. All right, I'll just jump off the map. Do it.
Kevin was mocking me in this game, and I should have told him, like, look, man, if you keep talking shit, I'm gonna walk off the map and die and like throw the game. And then this other guy mocked me too, and I was like, all right, and I just walked off the map and threw the game.
When the map had like 3 seconds to start. Did we win that game though?
No, we got really close. We should have won though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna practice some more characters in Overwatch. Maybe I'll start practicing Lucio. I'll be a better Lucio than you.
Go for it. Try.
Fuck that.
Try.
If I can learn his movement, like how to like.
People get so pissed because they can't kill you.
Oh, as someone who plays like hit scan like Soldier, whenever they're like kill the Lucio, I'm like I'm fucking trying, dude. Like when like because I know like when he's on the wall, like when he jumps, he gets like a speed.
He gets
boost.
a slight little boost, and it's just enough to throw off tracking.
Yeah, exactly. And like he kind of like dips before he jumps, so it's like he's doing like this weird like parabolic, but like stop start like stop. I'm like, dude, do you know how hard it is to just try and smoothly track a Lucio who's just like
while shooting at you?
Yeah, and it's like
and booping you around,
and you've got 5 other people who are shooting at you. He's definitely like my biggest headache. He's why I play Tracer, because I'm like I'm fast as fuck. I'll chase your ass down, yeah. And then he just fucking boops me back and runs away.
Boop, man,
I hate
There's
it.
nothing better than a boop Lucio kill
on Ilios,
or just like when you see like a Ryan really low health and they're trying to back away with the shield, just speed boost and start beating the shit out of him till he dies.
That's badass. Yeah, this has been episode 13. Said feedback.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, feedback at killcamcast@gmail.com, at killcamcast on Twitter, and we'll be live on Friday on twitch.tv/KillCam Podcast. Playing some Overwatch. It'll be fun. Having some drinks. Dropping our SR.
Hell yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah. Any closing thoughts? Nice.
It's your boy.
It's your boy what? Sandwich?
Big old bitch.
I do like Big Bitch better than Sandwich.
It's your boy Big Sandwich. Coming in hot tonight now.
This has been Kevin. This has been episode 13. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, man.